That's enough for a Rough Rider first down. Touchdown. Whitaker to kick off for the Riders. Turley, Dodge, Montez back. Gutierrez on the tackle with Turley. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. Eagles will take over first down. Brock Jones, touchdown. Jones in for the two-point conversion. How about a hand for that offensive line, second half? Again, in kickoff formation for the Eagles, that is Justice French. We still have keys up in the press box. Whitaker. Whitaker's punt goes out close to the 30-yard line.
Here we go,
Eagles will take over at the 34-yard line. Touchdown, go back to Goodman. Eagles set for a 2-point conversion. Turley in for 2 points.
After this full timeout. And not anymore. They hadn't put the 2 up there yet. As soon as I said it, I knew that. Full.
I'm not full.
Set to kick it away. And Judd fields it at the 14-yard line. Coming to the near side, he's got room to run until he runs into Breton Dodge at the 30-yard line. And it will be first down and 10 for the Pima Rough Riders at the 30-yard line. First down and 10, 3:24 to play. As Whitaker makes his way back out onto the field. An S&S carpet cleaning scoreboard update from Florence. Safford fumbles and Florence scoops and scores. It is now 61-7. Florence on top of Safford down in the Santana. Florence can do that to you, and I mentioned it all week. I mentioned it on my show Wednesday. I mentioned it during the pregame today. Florence can do that to teams, and they have all year. And Safford's just the next team in line in that one, and Florence leads at 61-7 over Safford in that game. Here it is 38-12. Thatcher on top. It was 6-6 at halftime. 32-6. Thatcher has outscored Pima in the third quarter. In 8.5 minutes of the third quarter. Very impressive by the Eagles. So it's first down and 10 for Pima from their own 30-yard line after the timeout. They didn't have the right personnel, so they had to burn a timeout here in the third quarter. So now we're set to go. Whitaker with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. He's in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick throw right side, completes it to the man in the slot, and Trey Thompson going to pick up a yard, and that's it off the right side. out there. Court's in there to make the stop. And along with Roebuck out there as well. And it will be second down. And they gave him 2 yards, so second down and 8 after the pickup. As Brzezinski comes into the Pima lineup. So second down and 8 now for Pima. As they break the huddle and get to the line. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Whitaker in the shotgun with a 4-man front for the Eagles, and a flag comes flying. It's a delay of game on the offense. A 5-yard penalty against Pima will back him up and make it second down and about 13. So they'll march it back 5 yards after the delay of game. And it'll be second and 14 from the 27-yard line. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Whitaker in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, pump fake, looks to the right, now throws deep down the right sideline. And did he catch it? He did. What a catch by Pima on the far side. Trey Thompson down to the 46-yard line. That's a pickup. That's a pickup of 24. Actually, it was Aaron Judd on the reception. So a 24-yard reception on the far side. The pump fake made the defense bite, and the pass went deep over the head of the defender. So first down and 10, Pima in Eagle territory at the 46-yard line. A final score from Duncan. As soon as it loads, I'll tell you. Receivers 2 to the top of the formation, 1 to the near side. Whitaker in the shotgun. Back to pass. And pressure comes, and he is sacked. Justice French, the first to get there again. Back to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a loss. They're going to mark it right at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6 on the play. And that's the 3rd sack of the night for the Thatcher defense. Second down and long, now back at their own 48-yard line for the Rough Riders. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Whitaker in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, straight drop. Looks to the near side, now pressure comes, floats it, and completes it to the tight end, Dylan Jones, down to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play, and brought down by Brock Jones. So Brock Jones brought down Dylan Jones. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Rough Riders at the 46-yard line. Rough Riders moving right to left. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter, 38-12, Thatcher on top. It's been all Thatcher here in the 3rd quarter. After an even first half, the Eagles have really responded here in the 3rd quarter. Pima sends 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Whitaker in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws right. And the receiver zigged instead of zagged. And the ball falls incomplete. It will be 4th down for the Rough Riders. Probably 4-down territory already here for the Pima Rough Riders in plus side of the field. And we'll see what they do. It looks like they are going to leave the offense on the field and go for it. 4th down and 10 for Pima at the Thatcher 46-yard line with 33 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Now Whitaker backs up into the shotgun position. He will kick it away, and it's a high, short kick. It will bounce, take a Pima roll inside the 20, inside the 15, and be downed at the 13-yard line, but a flag on the play back at the 45-yard line. We'll see what that is all about. We'll see what the flag is thrown by the umpire. Personal foul on the Thatcher Eagles. And an ejection. Wow. So it was a personal foul against the Eagles and an ejection. Is that what I saw?
That's going to be
So there's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Pima Rough Rider. So Thatcher doesn't get the ball back. It's 15 yards against Thatcher, and the officials wind it. So I don't think it was an ejection. I think he was holding up one finger to signal it was first down and not the thumb that says he's out of here. So first down and 10 for Pima at the Thatcher 31-yard line. They wind the clock, and I don't know that Pima's going to get this play off before the end of the quarter. They're going to try, though. Split backs as Whitaker goes under center, takes the snap, back to pass, looks to the right, lets it go on the run, deep into the end zone to Brzezinski. Jump ball is intercepted by Roebuck. He's going to return it up the left sideline. He's got blockers at the 20. Flag flies, and Roebuck is down at around the 26-yard line, but there's a flag down on the play as time has expired here in the third quarter as the officials have their hands full in this one. So that's going to be an interception for Roebuck from the end zone. He intercepted it about 4 yards deep and returned it out to the 26-yard line. So we're going to see what the call is here by the referees. Final score from Duncan: Valley Union beats the Duncan Wildcats 58-12. And a final score from Florence. Florence beats Safford 61-7. So that is 4 straight losses now for the Safford Bulldogs. So we'll sort this out. Block in the back against Pima, or excuse me, against Thatcher. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Thatcher as well. So a block in the back and an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Thatcher Eagles. So we see where the ball ends up. So they say he got out of bounds at the 31-yard line. No, that's where the old line of scrimmage was. So we'll see where they mark the football. I don't even see where the ball's at. These officials are having a rough time tonight spotting the football. It is the end of the third quarter. We'll try to figure it out when we come back. The score, Thatcher 38 and Pima 12. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this full timeout. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College as the Thatcher fans Sweet Carolina as we start the fourth quarter. Thatcher will start from their own 3-yard line after all those penalties. So that's 25 yards in penalties for the Thatcher Eagles. So first down and 10 Eagles from their own 2.5-yard line. Roebuck will go under center with a full house backfield behind him. And they blow the play dead because the chain gang hasn't made their way all the way down to the spot of the ball yet. So now they have first down and 10 Thatcher to start the fourth quarter, leading 38-12. Full house backfield behind Roebuck from their own 2-yard line. Hard snap count. Now takes the snap. Going to hand it up underneath to Turley. Breaks the tackle. Makes a man miss. Stiff arms a defender, and he's down to the 20-yard line, and he is hurt. I believe his elbow popped out when they made that tackle. That looks painful for Quentin Turley. And he picked up 18 on the play and a first down, but Turley is going to have to be tended to. He tried to stiff arm the defender. The defender just grabbed his arm and pulled him to the turf. And the elbow joint's not meant to go that way. It'll be first down and 10 Thatcher from their own 20-yard line. And the junior Turley out of the lineup. Full house backfield behind Roebuck. 2 tight ends on first and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Hard snap count. Takes the snap on the counter up underneath. Hands it to the last back through. Bretton Dodge. He breaking tackles across the 35 up to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 20 more for the Thatcher Eagles. And this is what Thatcher does. They pound you, they pound you, they pound you, they pound you, and in the fourth quarter they take advantage of it. Although this time it was the third quarter that they really spread this game out. 38-12, Thatcher on top with 11 minutes to play. First down and 10, Thatcher from their own 40. This drive started at their own 2. In 2 plays, they're at the 40. Full house backfield behind Roebuck on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands it on the counter to Trevin Clark on the carry. He's going to pick up 4 off the right side. Check that. Was that 32? It was. No, I'm sorry. That was Brock Jones on the carry. Pick up a 4. 2nd down and 6 for Thatcher from their own 44-yard line. 10:36 left here in this one. 38-12. At the conclusion of this one, we'll have the Open Loop Energy post-game show. Full house backfield behind Roebuck. Takes the snap. Going to run the option right side. Hands it off to Shane Cook, who fumbles the football, but the officials say he was down first. Pick up a 2 on the play as he gets to the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go now for the Thatcher Eagles. Drive started at their own 2, and they're at their own 46 now. 3rd down and 3.5 yards to go. 10 minutes to play. Clock continues to run. Thatcher not in a hurry, up 38-12 here, as they could take as much time as they need. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends as Roebuck goes under center. Takes the snap, hands it to the deep back Dodge right side. First down yardage across midfield to the 48-yard line. He picks up 6 on the play and enough for a Thatcher first down. Pima rotating guys out on the defensive line because they are just beat up here in the fourth quarter against Thatcher. First down and 10, Thatcher at the Pima 48. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends. Roebuck takes the snap, hands it right side to Dodge again with room to run. He's inside the 45, spun down at the 42, but the umpire throws a flag. So we'll see what that is. If it stands, it's a 7-yard run for Dodge. But we'll see. The umpire threw it, and that's usually in the area of holding if it's thrown by the umpire. So we'll check it out. Holding on the offense. So take away the run by Dodge and a 10-yard penalty going the other way against the Thatcher Eagles. So it will be first down and about 15 yards to go after they mark off the penalty. Back into their own territory at the 47-yard line for Thatcher. 2 tight ends, double wing. No, they go full house backfield. Roebuck under center. Takes the snap. Going to hand it off on the counter to the near side to Brock Jones with room to run inside the 40, inside the 30, inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. That is a pickup of 32 on the play for Brock Jones to match the number on the back of his jersey. And it's first down and 10. Thatcher at the Pima 22-yard line. Brock Jones didn't look like he was running that fast, but he took up a lot of yardage in a short time. Maybe some big, long stride by Brock Jones. Listed on the roster at 5'10", 180. Big kid. First down and 10, Thatcher at the Pima 22-yard line. 2 tight ends, full house backfield. Roebuck goes under center, moving right to left. Hard snap count. Takes the snap. Going to keep it himself. Rolls to the right. He gets a block around the edge. He's got the corner at the 10. Gets a block. Touchdown, Roebuck. Tyler Roebuck on a 22-yard touchdown run. And here comes 2 flags. I think we're going to have some unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. The umpire threw the flag and his hat. So it's going to stand at the 8:25 mark of the fourth quarter. It was Roebuck from 22 yards out. So the umpire threw a flag and then his hat. And we might have somebody who's going to be disqualified from this game. So dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. The touchdown, they will offset. The touchdown should be good.
We've got offsetting penalties, both unsportsmanlike against.
So the touchdown will stand. So the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion try now for the Thatcher Eagles. So those penalties will offset as full house backfield behind Roebuck as they go for 2. Hard snap count, takes the snap, hands it to Dodge right side, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good. The Thatcher Eagles have completely dominated the second half, and with 8:25 to play here in the ball game, it is Thatcher 46 and Pima 12. We'll be back after this timeout. Justice French with a high end over end kickoff headed towards the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. So that's going to be a kickoff out of bounds by Justice French. And Pima will get the football at the 35-yard line. Or are they going to make him re-kick? They can make him re-kick, I guess. 8:21 to play in the game. It's been all Eagles. They've outscored the Pima 40-6 here in the second half. And we'll see if Pima makes them re-kick or if they want to take the ball at the 35-yard line. So it will be Pima's ball at the 35-yard line on a kickoff out of bounds. So 1st and 10 for Pima there, trying to put something together. So Pima scored 6 in the first half, and they've scored 6 here in the second half. So 1st down and 10 from their own 35. One receiver to the top of the formation. Now make it 3 to the top of the formation. 1 to the near side. Whitaker all alone in the backfield. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Pressure comes. Whitaker going to be flushed out of the pocket. Now throws incomplete across the middle. Intended for Judd. And it will be 2nd and 10. Whitaker's kept the pocket pretty clean tonight. But whatever adjustments the Eagles have made on defense have really blanketed their receivers in the second half. I think they've gone to more of a zone look with a high deep safety with Roebuck and Turley. So it will be. The Eagles have put in some of their other guys on the defensive line. We'll get you some of those names in a second. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Whitaker in the shotgun with a running back to his left on 2nd and 10. Takes a snap, back to pass, looks to the near side, nobody open. Now lets it go deep down the left side. He's got a man incomplete. He was looking for Manny Rivera on the wheel route again. No, that's Braden Brown. Trace Goodman was in good position that time, so the pass will fall incomplete, and it will be 3rd down and 10. The Pima offense has had trouble putting together something other than the long pass tonight. That is Whitaker's 35th pass attempt. He's 11 for 35 for 216, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's been their MO this year. They want to score via the pass, and they've got a quarterback that's able to do it, but the Thatcher defense is really clamped down. I think I've been the most impressed with them. 1 receiver to the top, 2 to the near side. Whitaker in the shotgun on 3rd down and 10. Takes a snap, back to pass. Pressure comes, throws across the middle. Complete to Hughes up to midfield. And that's going to be a pickup of 15 on the play and enough for a 1st down. And a nice pass complete across the middle. And it will be 1st and 10 for Pima at midfield after the 15-yard pickup. 8:01 to play here in the game, 46-12. Thatcher on top. Thatcher will stay undefeated on the season. They'll move to 6-0. I mean, other than a miracle here in 747. I guess it could happen, but hard to believe. 4 wide receivers. Whitaker in the shotgun takes the snap. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket, pump fakes, now rolls to his left, and he's going to throw it deep down the middle, incomplete, intended for a diving Jones, I believe, and it will be 2nd down and 10. So it will be 2nd down and 10. Is that Shumway back in coverage? That's the linebacker, number 52, Ben Shumway, the junior, 6 foot, 200-pounder, back in coverage. So Thatcher dropping back linebackers into coverage. And that might be the difference they made at halftime. There's no coaches up here in the press box, so neither team sends coaches up top. So there's not any I can ask. Usually I can knock on the door and stick my head in there and ask them, but not tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitaker in the shotgun on 2nd and 10 from midfield. Takes a snap, back to pass, throws to the near side, and incomplete. Didn't wait for Jones to clear the pattern. He was coming to the near side out of a bunch pattern, but Jones didn't get there in time. It will fall incomplete. He'll come off the field. Ryan Lewis will to jump into the lineup. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, Pima from midfield. As Thatcher starting to rotate some of those guys on the defensive line. Number 72, Caden Molyneux, into the lineup. He is a sophomore. Number 63, maybe 62, Sam Holler is in there. And can't see any other numbers as they stand sideways. 3rd down and 10 at midfield for Pima. 4 wide receivers. Whitaker back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and it's intercepted by Javen Montoya at the 32-yard line. The 3rd interception of the night thrown by Whitaker, and the safety Montoya there to pick it off, and Thatcher gets it back at the 32-yard line with 7:22 to play. And the Eagle offense has chance to add more to it if they wish, with 7:22 to play in this one. A final score in 8-man. Ray beats Fort Thomas 56-22. A rough one for Bracken Walker and the crew out at Fort Thomas. So 1st down and 10. Quentin Mack late to run on the field for the offense. He's just now getting to the huddle as it's broken. 1st down and 10. Thatcher from their own 32-yard line. Full house backfield with 2 tight ends. Roebuck goes under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it to the deep back, Jones. Check that, that's Bretton Dodge, right side. He's still powering forward up to the 40-yard line. A pickup at 9 on the play for Dodge off the right side before Ryan Lewis finally chops him down. And the Eagles have not done anything different than that. They've come out in 2 tight ends in a full house backfield the entire second half, and they've outscored Pima 40-6. 2nd down and 1 for the Eagles from their own 40-yard line. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends. Roebuck takes the snap, hands it off on the counter to the last back through. 1st down yardage for Brock Jones as he gets across the 45 to the 46. A pickup of 6 on the play, and it will be 1st down and 10 for the Thatcher Eagles. These are runs that Thatcher had in the first half. They're only going for 1 and 2 yards. Now they're going for 5 and 6 yards here in the 4th quarter after they've worn down this Pima defensive line. 6.5 minutes to play, 46-12. Thatcher on top of Pima. 2 tight ends, full house backfield, wishbone backfield, whatever you want to call it. All 3 in a bunch. That's not what we're going to call it. Roebuck under center. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Roebuck keeps it again himself, coming to the near side, cuts it upfield, breaks the tackle, inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 12 on the play for Tyler Roebuck and another Eagle 1st down. If you add Tyler Roebuck into the running game of this offense like that, they're going to be even harder to stop than before. And with the addition of Jack Kortzen at wide receiver, this team might have just become complete, the Thatcher Eagles. They were good before that, but if you've got a 6'3" wide receiver that you can throw the ball to and run the football as well as they do, it's hard to stop. 5:47 to play here in the game, 46-12, Thatcher on top. And now Roebuck is out of the game, and Javen Montoya is in the game at quarterback. And a flag comes from the back judge. It's going to be a delay of game on the offense. So Thatcher didn't get the quarterback substitution in there in time, so a 5-yard penalty against Thatcher will move the ball back to the 47-yard line. And Javen Montoya, the backup quarterback, 5'8", 160-pound junior, will come in the game at quarterback. Jack Kortson, he'll get replaced as well. He's headed to the sideline. His night's probably done. Full house backfield. 2 tight ends, Montoya under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it right side to Bretton Dodge. Dodge powering his way forward before he's pulled down from behind. No gain on the play for Dodge, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Eagles just have pounded the football. Time of possession is a stat that we don't keep up here on our own, but it has been dominated by the Thatcher Eagles here in the second half. And Montoya gets the play call from the sideline from head coach Sean Hinton. Actually, they're just going to let the clock run as he's given Jack Kortson the play call, and a timeout is called by the Eagles. 4:33 to play in the game. It's Thatcher 46 and Pima 12. We'll be back after this full timeout. Kortson in the game at quarterback. He'll hand off to the deep back. That's Brock Jones. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he is gone. Brock Jones goes 48 yards for a touchdown as Jack Kortson comes in the game at quarterback, hands off one time, and goes for a touchdown. So Brock Jones, they say 47 yards officially at the 4:21 mark of the fourth quarter. Jones for the 3rd time tonight. A 47-yard touchdown run. And now they're going to come on to attempt a PAT for the first time tonight. Set to do the kicking will be number 53, Connor Russell. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. They haven't made a signal yet. The officials are going to talk it over and say the PAT is no good. 4:21 to play in the game. It is now Thatcher 52 and Pima 12. We'll be back after this timeout. Eagles here in the second half. They lead Pima 52-12. And Justice French set to kick it away. He might be the only varsity guy out there on this kickoff coverage for Thatcher. There's some guys I've not seen all season long. French is set to kick it away out there. Who's 74? Not on my roster. Who's 44? Braden Oliver, freshman. He's out there. Number 9, Mark Wren. He's a freshman. And the French kickoff is high but short. Will be fielded on the run at the 18-yard line. Then fumbled. The ball's loose. And it's recovered by Rivera at the 25-yard line. Nearly got there was Connor Russell. It will be Pima football at their own 25-yard line with 4:16 to play and a 52-12 lead for the Thatcher Eagles. Let's see if we can get some of the substitutions on the Thatcher defense. Out there is number 4, Kyle O'Donnell. He's a sophomore. Number 18, Brandon Goodman. He's a senior on the near side. 85 is Quentin Carlton. He's a junior. We'll get you some more in a second. Whitaker will go under center with an eye backfield. One receiver to the near side. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off on the end around to Braden Brown going to the left side. He breaks a tackle. He could go the distance. Midfield. He's at the 40. Foot race at the 30. He's got to beat Montoya inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. That is where he goes. What a run by Braden Brown on the end around. From his 25, that's 25. That's 50. And that is 64 yards on the run by Braden Brown. What? There's a flag? Where? So the officials are going to talk it over. There's a flag at the 25-yard line after the play. Braden Brown's all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now the umpire's taking the ball all the way back to the line of scrimmage. So take off the big long run by Braden Brown. The officials are marching it back very slowly. This officiating crew has had a very hard time here tonight, keeping the speed of play up. So now they're saying, nope, that's going to be the other way. So add the 64-yard run back on for Braden Brown. So a personal foul against the Thatcher Eagles.
Personal foul on the Eagles.
So we'll see where they mark the football because all the officials... So the officials all left the spot where Braden Brown was, and now they're going to mark it. I don't know. So this is, you tell me if you've heard this sound before. After watching that sequence by the officials, I go, what? After all that, the ball is down at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal for the Pima Rough Riders. So it's a 64-yard run by Brown, tack on a 6-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitaker in the shotgun with the running back to his right. Takes the snap, back to pass, rolls to his right, throws it across the middle. Now he's going to run, directing traffic, lobs it into the back of the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Braden Brown catches a 7-yard touchdown pass in the back of the end zone at the of the 4th quarter. That is Whitaker to Brown for the 3rd time tonight. This one from 7 yards out. And the offense will stay on the field to go for 2. 52-18 is the score, as Pima lines up to go for 2. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left, eye backfield, Whitaker under center. Going to hand it again on the end around, coming to the near side, and getting in for the 2-point conversion is number 32, Trey Thompson. And the 2-point conversion is good. 3:43 to play in the game. It's Thatcher 52 and Pima 20. We'll be back after this full timeout. The Pima Rough Riders line up for an onside kick, and Whitaker kicks it out of bounds to the near side. So that's going to be Thatcher football with 3:43 to play here in the game, 52-20. 1st and 10 for the Thatcher Eagles, where the ball goes out of bounds at their own 47-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Thatcher at the Pima 47-yard line. If you believe it or not, this was a 6-6 ball game at halftime. It's now 52-20. Thatcher on top. It's been a second-half explosion by the Thatcher Eagle offense and defense, for that matter. They scooped and scored one later. So Jack Courtson in the game at quarterback. We weren't sure we were going to see him at quarterback tonight. He'll send the crew to the line of scrimmage, full house backfield. He'll go under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and is sacked on his first drop back at the 45-yard line. Manny Rivera there to make the sack. So he's gonna lose 8 on the play for Jack Courtson. So that is the second sack of the night for the Pima defense, and both of them were against Courtson. 2nd down and long now, back at the 45-yard line. That was the first drop back for Courtson since last season at Wilcox. He'll go under center with a full house backfield behind him, 2 tight ends on 2nd down. Takes the snap, going to run the option right side. He has it, hitting the backfield, breaks a couple of tackles and goes down. Loss of 2 on the play, so we'll call that another sack for the Pima defense, their 2nd in a row. And that is the hardest part, coming from a drop-back paxer like Courtson was down in Wilcox into the option offense, is learning that option read. If he progresses like they hope, it looks like he will be the guy next year as a senior in Thatcher. 2:34 to play in this one, 52-20. Thatcher on top. As Courtson goes under center with a full house backfield behind him. On 3rd down and long. Takes the snap, going to run the option to the near side. Gets it off to Quentin Turley, who goes out of bounds after a pickup of a yard on the play. The other 2 running backs went right. Turley and Courtson went to the near side, and it will be 4th down. And also they're going to say picked up about 3 on the play by Turley. It'll be 4th down and long. And for the first time tonight, the Thatcher Eagles will punt the football. So Roebuck will drop back to punt. Manny Rivera will drop back for the Pima Rough Riders to return it. 2:12 to play in this one, 52-20. Thatcher on top now. Judd comes into the game, replacing Rivera to return it. And they're going to fake it. Montoya has it right side, breaks a tackle, still dragging a defender, and he's going to be pulled down at the 44-yard line. He's going to pick up 10 on the play, but they needed 18, and it's a turnover on downs as Javen Montoya picks up 8 and didn't quite fool the Pima defense. And it will be 1st and 10 Pima from their own 44-yard line with 2:08 to play here in this one. So Thatcher, for the 2nd time tonight, tries to, I like the word, trickeration. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Pima from their own 44-yard line. They'll line it up with Whitaker at quarterback as he breaks the huddle. I backfield behind him, 1 receiver to the top of the formation. Takes the snap, going to hand it on the reverse around to the near side to Trey Thompson across midfield. On his feet inside the 40, cuts it back at the 30, down to the 26-yard line. That is a pickup of 36 on the play for Trey Thompson on the end around. And it will be 1st and 10 Pima right at the 35-yard line. 1:55 to play in the game, 52-20. Pima on top, and now the starting defense heading back out onto the field for the Thatcher Eagles. And they don't want to give up any more points here to the Pima Rough Riders. Manny Rivera onto the field late with the play call as the Rough Riders break the huddle. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right, I backfield behind Whitaker. Rivera lined up as the deep back. Takes the snap. Going to fake it to Rivera. Now looks left. Flushed out of the pocket. Whitaker is sacked back at the 31-yard line by Leighton Alder. A loss of 6 on the play. It's just an arm tackle by Alder, but Whitaker went down, and it's now a minute to play in the game, and Pima's going to have to just throw a couple into the end zone here to wrap this one up. Second loss of the season for Pima. They are going to have to beat Round Valley and Morenci now. I think that's what it's going to have to happen for them to make the playoffs. They're going to have to beat Round Valley or Morenci. Maybe and Morenci. Maybe both of them. Second down and long. 40 seconds to play. Whitaker takes the snap. Looks deep. Now throws it across the middle. Completes it to Brzezinski, who takes a big hit from Tyler Roebuck down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of 13 on the play to Dawson Brzezinski. His first catch since his 7th grade year on the football field. And it will be third down for Pima at the 20-yard line. They're going to have to hurry, and they're going to take a timeout. 19.5 seconds to play. Pima takes a timeout. Thatcher leads it 52-20. We'll be back after this timeout. So Pima takes a timeout with 19.5 seconds to play on third down and about 5 at the 20-yard line, but that's not what they're worried about. They're trying to get in the end zone one more time before the end of the game. Both teams back out onto the field after the timeout. Pima sends 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Whitaker will be in the shotgun with a running back to his right on third down with 19 seconds to play. Takes the snap, back to pass, throws it across the middle, short, intended for Brown down at the 5-yard line, but there's a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, thrown by the umpire, usually in the area of holding. 15.2 seconds to play, maybe one more shot at the end zone. Illegal chop block on Pima. That's a 15-yard penalty against the Riders. So now all they've got, the only thing they can do is heave it towards the end zone here on this last play. Pima has a week off next week as they go into their bye week. Thatcher has St. John's. We'll be at Safford High School as the Coolidge Bears are in town. So third down and long, 15.2 seconds to play. Whitaker takes the snap. Back to pass. Rolls to the right. Looks deep. Throws on the run. He's got a man, Thompson, wide open in the end zone, and it hits off the back of Jack Courtson. Incomplete. Courtson hadn't turned his head around. There's no such thing as face guarding in high school anymore, so that is not pass interference. But Courtson got hit square in the back, and it will be fourth down for the Rough Riders with 7.9 seconds to play as they're trying to get into the end zone one final time. Both teams struggled on offense in the first half. It was 6-6 at halftime, but then the fireworks started. 52-20. Thatcher on top. Here with 7 seconds to play in the game. Manny Rivera into the huddle with the play call. Pima sends 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Whitaker in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Probably the final play of the game. On fourth down, lets it go across the middle. Incomplete with 2 seconds. Then they're going to let the clock come to an end. Final score here from Eastern Arizona College. Thatcher 52 and Pima 20. We'll be back to recap it on the Open Loop Energy postgame show coming up right after this. Yeah, just 90.